You're just gonna want to be ahead. And yeah, this is where Soraka was suggesting I should do a combo on the Ezreal and just get a kill for Karthus. And I didn't really see an opportunity to do that, and I kind of messed up a bit later. And that's CS gone. I think aggression without reason is just pointless. Unless if you have a Soraka support especially, like if your support is trying to set something up, then sure, be aggressive, be on the lookout, but still CS. But don't just give up CS to be trying to get in position to be aggressive. And yeah, as we see, Escalade doing 80 CS difference. So as this game goes on, he's getting more and more unviable. And what they really should have done here is they should have had Maokai camp bot or Ahri come bot more, or they should have just had someone on bot at all times to try to get like the Ezreal farm and get back in the game and like keep me out of the game. But they just really didn't do that in time. Yeah, here's where I tried to like do stuff and I ended up wasting my flash, and it just didn't work because nothing happened. And I ended up, well, I didn't lose in CS for that, but burning a flash is never a good thing. And that kind of led to the death of Karthus, because I imagine he ulted from that bush and like let Ahri get on him because of that. But I do think that was a bit his fault, because Soraka didn't say to ult now. She had to be ready to ult. And him ulting kind of gave away what we were trying to do, and that's why they backed so early. But yeah, it did end up making them back, including, I believe, Ahri. So it gave us a free dragon. So if nothing else came of that, a free dragon did. And dragon is the one time where I would advise like doing something over CSing, because it's worth it to the team. It may not be worth it to you personally, but overall, it's worth it to deny the enemy that, and it's worth it to give yourself that, and it makes it for the CS you lose. But you might get more CS if you stay in lane. So just keep that in mind, that you might want to push it out a bit before you do dragon, which we didn't really have the opportunity to do. But yeah, if you can push it out to like the tower, but then do dragon, you're in a perfect situation. And in this case, the farm difference has gotten to about 95. And even with Ezreal's back, he can't really do much here. He's down a dagger, and that's really about it, but the EXP difference is 2 levels, so he's still not as good. And here, they do end up getting a kill on Soraka, because of that Ahri ganked, finally. But that was about the time that I was thinking, oh, we should have a ward here, or here. And it's like, I don't like this, because we don't have wards in lane. So once again, that was attributed to me getting a dagger instead of some wards, because if I had bought like 3 wards, let's say, I could have put one here, I could put one here, and that gank would have never happened. So yeah, as an AD carry, you're going to want to help your support ward, because if you don't, it could lose you a game. Like, it honestly could. Because that had happened earlier in the game, when Ezreal was just barely behind, and they got a kill off on Soraka, and they gave it to him, which yeah, he got that. Then that could have turned the lane into even again, and things could have turned out differently. But now it's kind of too late to change much in terms of that. Like, as you can see, I have 2,300 gold, so I'm still really ahead. And yeah, don't lose hope if you ever get harassed like that. Like, even if you're way ahead, you will get harassed sometimes, and it will hurt, and it will feel like you're behind, but you're not. You just have a lot of gold stockpiled. If you're in this scenario, that is. And I'm not gonna bother looking at the other lanes because I'm on LOL replay, and yeah, you can't see health bars because of that bug, or I'm not even sure if it's a bug. It's just something that's not happening yet. And the Soraka was telling me to not back yet, but I kind of disagreed with that. I mean, yeah, I should have. I agree with the pushing first, but farming it until you have a specific item outright isn't really a good idea. Like, you do want to push your lane and stuff, but yeah. You're gonna want to back and get like separate components whenever you can, if it's a good enough time to back. Like, they're gone from the lane right now, so that's a good time to back. Pushing it forward even more, like that makes them denied CS, and that makes me a bit ahead in CS, even more. But yeah, in that pack, I was able to get a BF sword and a Zeal. I would have gotten some wards or a ward since I don't have much money left, but I don't have any inventory slots, so I just settled with getting an elixir. And well, a lot of AD carries don't like getting elixirs for some reason, even though it gives you health and damage, which is what an AD carry needs. It's a worthy investment if you feel like it's gonna help you, which I did. And I didn't have much gold to spend on anything else at the time, so I figured, why not? But yeah, it gives me a boost of health and it gives me 10 damage, so anything that can help me, right? And this looks like a bad situation, but it's really not. They don't have any damage here. I did have to use my flash, but nothing ended up happening. A really nice CLS Soraka. So even though like a lot of people got low, like really low, nobody actually died from that fight on either side. So there wasn't really much use to that. The only thing that really happened is I lost it from CS because Riven like messed up her CSing a bit, and in turn messed up my CSing. Oh, another thing that I should talk about is wards, like pink wards, etc. Don't be scared if you're an AD carry to steal the ward kill, because you just want that ward out of there, and you want gold anyway. Like, that's why the supports give you your CS. Well, it is nice etiquette to give the support the ward kill. If they're not actively going for it, like, and they just give it up to you because they see you on it, then don't be scared to take it, because if that's another 25 gold and it's driving them a vision, etc., etc. And yeah, we decided to push the lane up here and kill the turret. So now they don't have anything where to run to. And yeah, at this point, I don't really like. There's nothing they can really do. They're 110 CS behind on the Ezreal, and he has pickaxe to my other items. So overall, he's probably about 2k down or something, a bit more. Let's see, 110 CS times 20. That's yeah, about 2.2k or so. Never mind. He has to kill, so yeah. Let's just say 2k. Doesn't matter too much. That's still a lot of gold. And as you can see, he also still can't get to the creep mark because of the snowball this lane had. And a lot of people would say that, yeah, it's because of the 1 through 3 thing. It's not really just that. Like, it's because of they didn't get much good help. Maokai came bot a bit to try to help him out, but he should have came bot a lot more. And instead, he snowballed the Nidalee, which I don't really agree with, because a snowballed Nidalee doesn't really help you. It does good, but it doesn't do great, especially when that rushes the Triforce, where there's a lot of other better items to rush. Well, I guess not on Nidalee, but AD Nidalee, it's meant to be a bruiser tankish person, doesn't do much to get that fed. And yeah, here we did a misplay, because it was 5v4, and Karthus and Riven just went in. But we made a bit of a mistake by staying bot and farming a bit too long, even though there wasn't like really many enemies in the map. But we gave Dragon here. Rumble doesn't have his ults, so he can do anything against that. And while I tried to ult steal, you'll see in a sec, it didn't succeed. I'm not very good with ult steals and graves anymore. I used to do pretty good with those, but not anymore for some reason. I've just lost my touch with them. At this point in the game, we look at the score. It is 2-8, but I don't think the 2-8 really matters too much because that's like 1,800 gold right there. My CS difference with Ezreal, that gets me above 1,800 gold. So there, that's like the whole team's deficit right there. And now let's look at the Ahri and the Rumble. That's perfectly fine. That they keep them in CS, or the Rumble's leading in CS by 1, which is pretty much even, yeah. And the Karthus has a lead on Ahri by 20, so we are actually ahead in gold right now. Maybe not ahead, because they have a lot more assists than us, and that kind of changes that. But we have a decent amount of gold compared to them. I think it's like within 500 or so. I have no way of knowing that though. But here we see an Ezreal just trying to farm bot, catch up, etc. But we can't really have any of that. Like, even in these small moments, you just can't let them farm or CS safely. Especially because we see a lot of them going top. Like, we see 3 top right there, and 1 mid coming top. So we know we can pressure this Ezreal safely, and push this tower a bit. And we do notice that blue just spawned. So pretty soon we're going to maneuver over to that. Since blue on AD carry actually does work. Like, it's not as good as the blue on mid, obviously, but it does work. It gives you lower cooldowns on your stuff, gives you more mana, so you don't ever run out. It's just good. If you can steal theirs, then do it. While giving your blue to your mid. Because nobody else was really in position, but a lot of people would choose to give it to support in this position, but they really just shouldn't. Don't give your supports any buffs. I don't say that out of malice to supports, but you just use it a lot more and for better reasoning, and you need it more. And while blue does work good on Soraka, I still view it to be better to give the blue to you, like yourself. Because all the time I see supports getting blue buff over the AD carry, and it just doesn't work as well. Don't ask me why, it's just how it works. But yeah, there I backed because I finally got enough gold for my Affinity Edge, and that's about, in that situation, when you should back. At about 2180 gold, which is how you finish it. But backing before then, it doesn't give you much, because unless you want to sell a Doran's Blade, which honestly I don't recommend it until you're like starting another item, then you're not going to be able to do much. And even then, you'll have a large gold surplus. So if you can help it, like if you don't die and you're just at full health and farming up, then I'd say just go somewhere else. Go to the jungle, go to mid lane. When your bot lane is pushed back, go back there. Because going to base without being able to finish the item, it doesn't really help you. Unless, if you have full inventory slots anyway. And yeah, as we can see, the Rumble is feeding this Nelly a bit, but as I said before, it doesn't matter. He is raging a bit, but I just ignored that for the most part. And although my score is 0-0-0, like, it doesn't need to be high kills, high assists, or deaths. Like, a score of 0-0-0 this late, it's totally fine for AD carry. In this game especially, there wasn't really much to do with this game. We got dragons safely, we contested stuff safely, there wasn't really much kill potential because it's Soraka lane. So don't be worried that you're 0-0-0. Because in this game there wasn't much kills anyway. And I don't know what this Maokai is doing. I guess he's just trying to harass a bit. But yeah, as long as you have a good farm, then the stats don't matter. Unless you're like specifically doing something bad that you should be doing. like if you're not paying attention to other lanes that need help,